I'm Lisa Moore from MTM Realty.
And I'm Chip Jones, also from MTM Realty.
We're here today to talk to you about buying foreclosure properties.
You'll see properties on different places that are listed as REO properties. And what does REO mean?
REO means real estate owned. And I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but that is what REO stands for, and that just means a bank-owned property. And you can find them in a lot of different places.
You can look on, obviously, the MLS. You can call Lisa or I. We'll let you know what is available. You can look on the sheriff's sale lists and the tax sale lists at the courthouse. And you can also look for auctions, because several of them are auctioned.
You have to establish how you're going to purchase the property once you find it. Cash is king in all transactions, and especially in REOs, because sometimes they need quite a few repairs, and banks typically don't want to lend on a property that needs a significant amount of repairs. So if you have cash, that's the best way to go with that.
And it's also the best way to do it. The asset managers who are the sellers on these REO houses, they would really like a quick and clean a sale as they can get, and obviously you can be much more quick and it's much more clean with cash.
Usually you can still get a home inspection and make your offer contingent on an inspection, but keep in mind that the banks typically don't want to do repairs. So you're buying an as-is property most of the time. Once in a while you can get the banks to do some sort of work on the property, but just assume it's not going to happen, and if they do something for you, then that's great for you, but it's not typical.
There are a lot of different types of REOs. For instance, FHA homes that were foreclosed on, or VA homes are foreclosed on. The FHA ones are HUD homes, and obviously the VA ones are VA foreclosures.
And then there's just regular REOs by different banks. So you can have HUD, VA, just the regular REOs. There's Fannie Mae properties, Freddie Mac properties. And then there's also groups of properties that are purchased by investors. So sometimes these investment companies will buy large pools of bad loans as an investment. So you never know who, well, you could ask us and we'll tell you who's selling it, but it typically doesn't really matter that much who owns the property if it's an REO, except sometimes there is an owner-occupant period where investors can't purchase for the first so many days. It could be 10 to 21 days typically.
And also, if you happen to know of a foreclosure house and you know what bank the loan was with, it really doesn't do you any good to go to that bank locally. By the time they get to the REO and foreclosure area, it's being handled by an asset manager, and the local bank really doesn't have anything to do with it.
So when you put in an offer, just remember that it can take a lot of time to get a response to your offer. Some of the companies are very quick to respond and some are very slow. So just be prepared to wait for a response to your offer.
And a lot of times the closings will be a little bit different. Instead of at a title company, they can be at a title company, but a lot of times a remote closer will be sent. You can close at your real estate office, at your bank. You can really close just about anywhere, but it's a little bit different situation with an REO.
And you can still get title work. Make sure there's no liens on the property. Most of the time the banks sell them without liens, but it's definitely good to have an experienced agent to check over your contract and check the title work to make sure that you don't have liens.
And when you do get your foreclosure, what's the first thing you should do?
Change your locks, because a lot of people have those keys. Trust
Absolutely.
me. Well, there are probably 7 to 10 different keys that are commonly used to get into all foreclosure properties. So the best thing to do is change your locks right away.
But if you really want to buy a foreclosure property, the best thing to do is call me, Chip Jones, or her, Lisa Moore.
And we'll be happy to help you.
Happy to help you with any foreclosure.